Here we go. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Championship Ringside Live is back again. Shout out to everybody supporting the movement. Shout out to everybody showing love. Shout out to everybody watching, man. Shout out to shouting out. Your host Blizzy Blaze here once again, fresh off a workout, about to get another stomping in. Introduce yourself, young man.
Just G. Something simple. So, follow me on Instagram, like and subscribe. If y'all like seeing dead bodies, you did go see our old videos. I've been murdering this young man.
You can look at the comments. The comments say different.
I don't know.
They calling you crazy out there. I feel bad for you, but I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna
What
play
they
it cool.
say?
I'm gonna play it cool. All right. So we back again with a couple topics. We got 3 and a bonus. We got 4 topics today, man. I mean, you ready to jump into these things, bro?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, we don't got no sponsors yet, so we don't need to do a commercial break. But before we even jump into it though, make sure y'all hit us up on all the social media, man. We got Facebook Championship Ringside, Instagram Championship_Ringside, Twitter @ChampRingside, and of course you can hit us at the email championshipringside@gmail.com. We got the Cash App if you want to donate, Championship Ringside, but forget all that donating stuff. Just share the podcast, let everybody know where y'all get y'all best sports debates, where y'all watch people get beat down at. See somebody get stomped down, get schooling on basketball topics, y'all let them know. Don't donate to the channel. Just let somebody else know, and let somebody else know to let somebody else know. That's how we rolling today. My bad. That guy got carried away. All right. Where we starting at? All right. Let's start with the not playing, I guess.
I know. I'm good.
All right. Let's start off with the people who are not playing right now. Kyrie, Irving, Simmons, and John Wall. For some reason, all these dudes have a reason why they're not playing. Of course, you got Kyrie with the vaccination, Ben Simmons, emotional, John Wall trying to find his groove. I'm not even sure it's John Wall reason, but we're gonna talk about all 3 of them today. All right, so who you want to start with?
I'll start with Wall. Well, I feel like Wall the easiest one, just because
Easiest one?
with with his situation, like the money that he getting is just too much for anybody to really take on. Like the only people that can really take it on is really OKC. They could take the salary cap. Like it would have to be a team that's tanking, really. And if that team is tanking and they trying to get rid of some assets or something, maybe Orlando or something like that. Like somebody who's trying to get rid of contracts that they would try to get rid of multiple contracts. They can kind of trade for John Wall and get some picks, but I don't even think Houston got any picks to give up to get rid of John Wall. So yeah, he looks like the most lost cause when it comes down to um, Ben Simmons. Look like he'll play probably before anybody when it comes down to his situation, because for Ben Simmons, there's stories going out talking about the money is causing him to wanting to play. I don't really blame him for not wanting to for not messing with the Sixers. So, and I think the Kyrie situation, like he would be able to play most games aside from New York and San Francisco. I think San Francisco and New York are the only ones that have that mandate. So if he were to play for another team that was a contender that could possibly do something, or even if it wasn't a contender, if it was a team that was that needed some sort of star power that they could possibly trade for Kyrie and just risk him leaving. That would probably be an ideal situation for him. It's just the fact that the way that the Nets are in a situation, they kind of have to get permission from Kevin Durant on something. But if they get permission from Kevin Durant to trade Kyrie Irving, then it's like everybody knows they got permission from Kevin Durant to trade Kyrie Irving. So it's like at the same time you got somebody who's not going to be comfortable with saying that, yeah, I was okay with them, trading Kyrie. So that's a different situation.
Okay. I think we look at it a little bit different. So if we go with what I think, so starting with John Wall, you start off with John Wall. John Wall, I actually think he would probably be the first to actually get traded. I know his contract is pretty whacked out, but from Russell Westbrook to Chris Paul, we've definitely seen that no contract is untradeable. So I think when a team really get to the point to where they need an upgrade at point guard, not saying John Wall is an elite point guard at his status right now because we don't know, but from the workout videos, he's he the shit right now. But everybody workout video fire. But I actually think he actually will be the first one to get traded. It's already in the news that he's reaching out trying to get play time or get traded. I'm not even sure what Houston waiting on because I know the market isn't that great for him. So I don't understand what type of package they're looking for in return. As far as Ben Simmons, I actually think he might be the one to sit out the rest of the year. He seems emotionally scarred about getting judged, which I mean, he don't have a Twitter or something. Like I'm pretty sure people have been bashing him. I don't know. People need to hit me up. I'm not sure. Do you know if Ben Simmons have a Twitter?
I don't have Twitter.
I'm saying, like he used to date Kylie Jenner. Like how he not used to getting judged? I'm not understanding why he's so emotionally scarred about getting judged. Shaq and Kobe started judging each other at their first championship, and they won 2 more. Like I think, and Daryl Morey sounds like he's hard up about making a perfect decision on who he wants for Ben Simmons. And Ben Simmons still have 3 years left on his contract. So I'm almost sure Daryl Morey just like, you know what? If I don't get exactly what I want, I'll hold out till next year. The way Philly looking, they're not looking like a championship piece. And so if I'm not even sure what is quote unquote the championship piece with Joel Embiid, he catching COVID, he don't look the same right now. He got to get back into shape. So I'm not even sure what a championship piece for Philly would be if you minus Ben Simmons. I mean, was you going to trade him for Kawhi? That'd probably be a different spot, but Kawhi hurt. So I actually think they might hold out on Ben Simmons long enough to where he might quote unquote sit for the rest of the year. My main guy, Kyrie, I think he actually might be the closest to playing. Would he be the closest to playing? No, take that back. He might start the rest of the year too. Let's be honest. He might start the rest of the year too. Because the thing about it is, and I don't want to get political, but let's be real. Is it really going anywhere? Is it really going anywhere? Did we just get an update like 3 days ago about something new? Like that,
Yeah,
those
they
rules
got
not going
Amani
nowhere.
out.
Those rules not going nowhere. So, and I doubt they trade him because who you gonna trade for Kyrie, who pretty much what package really out there for Kyrie and what package better yet this the question people need to ask themselves. What players complement Kevin Durant, James Harden better than Kyrie? None. Like better than Kyrie? None. You're not getting Chris Paul in there. You're not getting Steph. You're not getting Clay. So yeah, most likely Kyrie gonna be in a sitting situation until he get his mind right and get vaccinated. Like I said, the situation not going nowhere, and they gonna hold out. Like, and I agree with you. They gonna have to go through Kevin Durant to get him traded. Man, by playoff time, this dude probably doing a Instagram live video getting vaccinated, bro.
So go
Yeah,
ahead.
so I will say Ben sit, Kyrie sit, and John Wall trade. I actually don't think nobody will play unless John Wall gets traded.
All right. So I'll tell you this: when it comes down to John Wall contract, John Wall still got $87 million on his contract over the next 2 years. So, and that's for the play. Next year is the player option. So when it comes down to him, the reason why Chris Paul was able to get traded was because Chris Paul got traded to OKC for assets, right? They got Russell Westbrook, and they got I think OKC got some first round picks with Chris Paul, right? They felt like and they got traded. They got traded. So Chris Paul got traded with some assets. Now we know what happened over there at OKC. We know that they was not supposed to make the playoffs at all. Chris Paul basically revived his trade value by getting them to the playoffs. And since he revived his trade value by getting them to the playoffs, he is able to get traded again. All right. So when it comes down to John Wall, based on what you're getting for what you're paying, it's not really a viable asset. Like Russell Westbrook, at least Russell Westbrook give you numbers. Like Russell Westbrook, you can feel like he's a great player because the production that he has on the court. And because he has so much production on the court
Top 10 all
as
the
an
time.
well, he can have top 10. I don't even know what you're talking about as far as top 10. But
Point
anyway,
guards. Go ahead. Point
okay,
guards
I
all
was
time.
like top 10. Okay, cool. Top 10 all time. But based on, cool, we could say Russell Westbrook a top 10 point guard of all time. And
It's
for him,
facts. You sound smart.
that's cool. I'm not debating it.
Go ahead.
But
My bad.
so so let me ask you this. Where is John Wall ranked right now as far as point guards of all time? Like John Wall playing today, where does he rank as point guards of all time? And if you think about it,
It's not
where
worth
you
ranking.
going?
It's not worth ranking.
Exactly. So I'm saying,
He in that Gilbert Arenas conversation.
shoot, like, but he's in that Gilbert Arenas conversation when Gilbert Arenas signed with the Lakers after the charge. That's when he's not in the hibachi conversation. He's not in that conversation right now. I'm saying, far as
John
John
Wall had
Wall
his
right
time.
now,
He had his time.
he did, but I'm saying when it comes down to his value today, he's not as valuable as Gilbert Arenas was when
Till
Gilbert
Russ got
Arenas
there, he was the best. He was the best
was.
wizard point guard of all time.
That's fine.
Then Russ
He can
came.
go. So give him a statue outside of wherever the Wizards arena is. But what I'm saying, when it comes down to what John Wall value is right now versus what you're going to pay to get him, the only way that you're gonna pay that amount to get him is you gotta have a lot of picks attached. And Houston don't have no picks to get to do they have any picks? Because
I
did
don't
they get
follow
picks
the
from
pick
that James?
situation.
Yeah, they might have picks from the Nets or something. So
I don't follow
if
the
they
pick
want to,
situation.
yeah. So
I'm just saying we seen crazier, and I think uh I can't think of a team unfortunately that'll actually make a move for a point guard like for John Wall, especially not a contender. All the contenders have a point guard already, so it's tough to actually maybe Minnesota, but I think they come with D'Angelo Russell at the point
yeah,
guard.
Mike, they
So
got D'Lo and
that's what I'm
they got
saying.
two basically point guards. Oh, but I wanted to get on the Ben Simmons part, like
Yeah,
the
I
Ben
mean,
Simmons.
I still we can wrap it with John Wall because we got to move on anyway. But John, I just think out of those three, John Wall is the most to trade. Like I said, the other two, it's not necessary, or there's nothing. There's even less of a urgency with the other two. John
I
Wall,
think
I
it's.
can see them want to get off the team and just getting some assets,
I
but
think you probably
we
more
need one.
likely to get bought out. But shoot, how much money you giving away out of the 87 mil? Like how much money you willing? Like if you
I think
John
you can
Wall,
trade
you
him.
like if you gonna bet on yourself like that? 87 in Texas? Ooh. Well, I think Texas don't have no state taxes, man. Let me give me. Shoot. So you might be
What you got
sitting
on Ben?
on
What you
Ben.
got on Ben?
Uh,
Yeah,
for as Ben is concerned, I say that he is taking it a little too personal, but I'm not going to tell him how to feel. Or, like when it comes down to it, like let's be honest. If we're gonna talk about Game Seven, Joel Embiid, you're supposed to be the man. Joel Embiid, as a center, turned the ball over 8 times. Like when it comes down to the highest paid player on the Sixers team, who's the highest paid player on the Sixers team?
it should be Embiid, huh?
Harris. No
Oh, where?
expectations. Yeah, Tobias Harris has no expectations. And just being honest, Doc Rivers has fumbled multiple times as a coach in the league. Like I think he was the original 3-1 fumbler when it comes down to. I want to say it was
He did it the most, I believe. I don't know. He was
yeah,
the
it was.
original. He did the
He
most.
might not have been the original. They probably had something like in the 60s or something like that. But I remember it was T Mac was guaranteeing victory or something like that, and Doc Rivers was their coach, and those people came back on him.
That ended
So
bad.
yeah, it ended up bad. So it's like, bro, they have like Ben Simmons gets the shine, or he gets the highlight for like not dunking on Trae Young or whatever because he threw that wild pass. He gets all that, but it wasn't just him. It wasn't just him. And when everybody just basically says that, damn, he wild out, then it's like, man, fuck y'all. Let me go ahead and go. Let me go somewhere else. Like trade me.
What kind of shit is
Um,
that though? That's what
no,
I'm saying.
no, but I'm
Like
saying the media can say that. Your team can't say that. Your coach can't say. Your coach
man,
can say, man, we
squash.
we needed to be better. But the media can say Ben Simmons, Ben Simmons, Ben Simmons, but the team's supposed to be like, man, that's not on Ben Simmons. That's not just him. We had 7 games to get this done, or 3 games to get this done, and we didn't. So we can't blame
Man,
it on one play. But lastly, I'm gonna get on just Kyrie last. Like I think Kyrie has the the
but wait,
most
before you
chance
go
to
to
play.
Kyrie, before you
Go
get to
ahead.
Kyrie, I'm a rebuttal Ben. Fuck that, man. We like, bruh, that's not the first time we heard that, bruh. That's not new. Oh, my coach criticized me. Oh, my player criticized me. Who leaked this to the media? This and this and that. Like, bruh, what you playing the game for? That's that and I guess I'm turning to one of them old dudes who bark about how old school players is. It's like, what you playing the game for? If you're really sitting there saying, okay, I want to win a championship, you should look at Joel Embiid and say, okay, I need to find a way to make it work because he's one of the top 10 players in the league right now. Clearly, if I have one of the top 10 players in the league right now, I find a way to make it work with him. My chance of a championship is increasing. You really sitting there saying, "Oh, you criticize me in front of the media." Like, okay, if that's a big problem, take that backstage. What's up with y'all? Why y'all did that? I want to fade. Whatever it is, whatever works. But you need to get back on that same mission. And I think that's what sells me out about Ben Simmons. I can't rock with him on that one. Like, it's
Well,
not like
so
so, did anybody smash his girl? Did they beat him up in the background? Did they steal his favorite chain? Did they pull a Drake riding his dream? What Drake said? I'm riding a dream girl. I'm riding with your dream girl, riding your dream car. Did that happen? If not, then come on, man. Criticize. I'm pretty sure they ripped your
so
shoes before. Like, what are you
so
talking
no.
about
As far as the
criticizing for?
so look, this is as far as the mental health thing. I think that's just a ploy. That's not really a thing. he don't want to fuck with them. That's probably what it is. It's like he don't
Yeah,
want
I
to fuck
agree.
with them.
I
And
don't
I'm
touch the
cool. And
mental
I'm
health
cool
thing
with.
because I don't be knowing.
And yeah, and I'm just cool when it comes down to him saying that I don't fuck with y'all no more. Because if y'all gonna throw me out the dry, then I don't fuck with y'all. When y'all was really a part of this, like when everybody points at you, just bring out Kobe in this. When they played Utah, I think Kobe missed four straight threes, air balls, something like that. Shaq said, "Keep shooting that bitch." You feel me? It wasn't nothing to the fact like, bruh, like we don't. If it wasn't for him, we'd have won this. It wasn't
Talk
nothing
about the
like that.
bad though.
No, but I'm
They
saying
have good.
no, they did have good. I mean, well, yeah, that's what I meant. As far as that, I'm saying this was a young Kobe. I think this was like '97 or something like that. So
Yeah,
this was a very young Kobe. But I'm saying when Shaq went up to him and said, "Keep shooting it," that gave him more confidence to continue to do what he does. But when
you
it
don't
when it
you don't
comes
think
down
Ben
to it,
you don't think Joel Embiid or Doc Rivers actually big up Ben Simmons majority of the time?
they probably did. I'm saying when it came down to asking Doc Rivers, um, do you think Ben Simmons can be a winning point guard in this league? And he's like, I don't know. When Joel Embiid basically saying or blaming Ben in post game interviews, and it's like, bro, you had 8 turnovers this game. You're a center. You're not even like this is not something that's normal for centers to have that many turnovers. Like when you have somebody who's handling the ball majority of the time, they are able to have that many turnovers because they're making all of the decisions. But you're not even making decisions. What you doing? How you turning the ball over that many times? So I'm
So
saying
so wait, so
this.
okay, so we got to wrap up with Ben. So you pretty much saying Ben like Ben has a point and he has a right to say I don't fuck with y'all no more.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
basically.
I think he should tuck that shit in and play basketball. That's just me. Go to Kyrie. Let's finish off
uh,
Kyrie.
so just being real quick with Kyrie, I think Kyrie has the best chance to get traded because I think he has a lot of trade value outside of states that don't have a mandate. And I think when it comes down to fitting pieces around James Harden and Kevin Durant, it's easier to do that with Kyrie's trade value. And I
You
don't
don't
know,
think you
like he,
overranking his trade value with all the stuff that's going on with the protocols from the NBA and the NFL? You don't think you overrating his trade value? You
well,
think
no,
people
I'm
actually want to
thinking,
deal with that?
no, I'm thinking like when it comes down to it, like say for example, if they were in a playoff series, they're in a playoff series, he can't play none of the home games, right? So he
Hmm.
can't play none of the home games. If they wind up seeing Golden State in the finals, he can't play the finals at all. So for him, his trade value, he can play if they play Phoenix. He can play if they play um, Milwaukee. Like he can play, but if they get home court advantage, then there's 4 games out of every series that he's going to miss if they go 7. But he can go play he can play away. And that's what the issue is with them right now. And then like, man, we don't want to do that to our team to where we're going to just mess up the chemistry of our team. So what I'm saying is if you trade him for lesser pieces, right? Um,
Hmm.
and I haven't worked out a trade in my head, but I'm saying if you trade him for something to the effect of like Van Fleet and Siakam or something like that,
That,
then th-
that doesn't work.
for who?
Kyrie, that doesn't work.
No, I'm saying that those people wouldn't work with with the lineup that
Kid,
they have.
Kid and Harden wouldn't.
Okay,
Again, I mean, you can stand by what you say. I stand by what I say. We'll let the people decide on that. But I definitely think Kyrie is very valuable to the Nets and likely just the Nets.
if he's
So
playing.
I
If he's
think, but
playing, yes.
I really think they're banking on him getting vaccinated. I think they're banking on him getting vaccinated. So I think they're trying to play hardball with him. I think they're going to try to hold out and see what's up. And by playoff, we'll see about time playoff time comes. I don't think they're going to trade him because again, you're right, if he's playing, so all it takes is a shot that apparently 90% of the NBA got to put him back on court, and you back to being that juggernaut. I don't know. And of course, do you really want the drama of okay, he probably caught COVID, or even the mental problems he tried to present to team officials? Do you really? His trade value is good as a basketball player, but as Kyrie Irving, you get the whole package, and I think that's what kind of decreases the value. Of course, him as a player, he's probably one of the most valuable players in the league. But no, I think he's gonna sit the rest of the year.
No, he might. He might. I just said it. I just out of those people, I think he has the best trade value. He has the best chance of getting traded.
All right. All right, so we can wrap up on that conversation. We can kill that one. All right, so let's get to our next topic. Speaking of, we talking about the players off the court. Fuck them. They're not playing right now. We need to get to players on the court. We got dudes balling. As much as James Harden fell off, Devin Booker, my MVP pick, don't shoot me. He fell off. And then all of a sudden, Miles Bridges shooting like Dame Lillard. Dame Lillard fell off. Well, three dudes they didn't fall off. I'm sorry, my bad. I ain't gonna say you fell off, but it seemed like you chose the streets. You out your backhanded, snitching. You know what I'm saying? You doing it all right now. He did it all in 1 week. Shout out to LeBron, man. But Giannis, KD, Steph Curry, these dudes balling. So question comes up: who is the best player in the NBA right now? Now, before we even start this topic, before the season started, I said it was Giannis. You on wax saying it was KD.
Mm-hmm.
Season started. Go first on this one?
Yeah, I'll go first because I honestly I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about who's the best in the NBA right now. It's I'm still thinking about it. So to me, who's looked the best so far is going to be Steph. Like I think that Steph has looked the best so far. So yeah, the way that Steph looked like the dominant Steph that was that won unanimous in MVP Steph. Like Steph looked like that guy, and because Steph has looked like that guy, the Warriors look like they can be the favorites, and they like by no means are they running away with anything because the West is talented. There's talent there in the West. But if the Warriors do get home court advantage and Clay can come back and be a version of himself, like if he can be 75% of Clay, then the Warriors can do some damage. With that said, it's a if Milwaukee comes out the East, that's gonna be a hard task for them because the way that Giannis plays and the way that the rules are set up in this game right now, it's like so ridiculous. Like Giannis looks like when he's in the court, when he's on the court and he's dribbling and it's a fast break, like you can get away with so much as an offensive player to where it's hard to stop him. really hard to stop him as far as um, the way that they play. So it's tough. It's tough to say. Right now, I got Steph as my pick, but I can see when it comes down to Durant and Giannis, like man, like yeah, it's not easy.
Poor guy. You okay, man? You okay?
What you got?
All right, man. I'm gonna start putting on my glasses to start teaching you how these things work, man. So as usual, I was right in the beginning of the season. Giannis was the best player. Wanna know why? Because you had to ask yourself, what else Giannis has to do to be the best player in the NBA? You really couldn't answer that question. Start saying it's a bunch of nonsense. So you what else he did? Certain people was like, oh, well, he need a jump shot. Well, I don't know if y'all been watching. Giannis ain't scared to pull up no more. So we still got this 6'10", 6'11" dude who can bring it up the court like magic, dunk on you like Shaq. Now he trying to pull up like uh I'm about to say Kobe, but let me slow down on that. He was he pull I don't know who the hell pull up. You know what he pulling up. So not to mention he rebounding. He's still one of the toughest players in the NBA, one of the strongest players in the NBA. Giannis is still the best player in the NBA, bro. There's no debating on that. I personally think it's hands down. The stuff we everybody's seeing, cute, remind me of 2016 stuff. That's like thinking about your ex girlfriend and remembering the good times. Like, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but we do forget that stuff fell off at the end of the season. LeBron actually showed you're not the best dude. Like you're like a cute little puppy till that prize winning dog walk past. Then everybody in amazement. And I think that's what's going on right now. Steph back. Yeah, I remember this Steph. This is the Steph that we used to see. He actually not even put up the same points he was putting up in 2016. He shooting the ball a lot more. He shooting a lot of threes, but he's not even putting up the same stats. Now dominance, yeah, I give him that. And as far as the Warriors playing and how the Warriors are winning, we got to give major credit to Steph Curry, but we can't sleep on Draymond Green and Jordan Poole for adding some diversity to what they're bringing to the table. As far as Durant goes, I think the media just really trying to plug that in of him being the MVP. I don't even understand why. I think Durant's second in MVP racing behind. No, Durant first. I think Steph second and Giannis third. I personally think it's ridiculous. I'm not sure where Milwaukee at in the standings. Maybe that has something to do with it, but like I said, he was the best player to get entering the season. He added a jump shot. He actually focused more on defense right now. Yeah, hands down. I got Giannis as the best player in the NBA.
Um, I guess when we're talking about Giannis jump shot, like we talking about Giannis jump shot as if like this got wet or something like that. It hasn't. It's been better than what it was, and but you still would rather him take that jump shot any day over driving to the goal. Like you would much rather that. And like,
Where? No, you
huh?
wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Wait. Make sure you heard what I said. Right. You would much rather Giannis take that jump shot over him driving to the goal. That's what I just said.
Okay, all right. If you pick it out the two options, okay.
Okay, so I want to make sure that you was,
Yeah, you pick it out. At first, you
yeah.
came across as if people were still playing back, like backing off of him, and I'm saying that's a losing effort nowadays.
But it's not though, because when it comes down to it, you have if you playing the percentages of the shots, like Giannis not wet out there. Giannis not one of the best mid range shooters in the game. He's not one of the best 3-point shooters in the game. Like when it comes down to him getting to the rim, that's what he does. And when he gets to the rim, he causes havoc. The thing that kind of that when it comes down to certain teams, if those teams don't have uh bodies, if they don't have big bodies for to guard Giannis, then that's going to be an issue when it comes down to those teams because um like we can say Golden State, right?
Mm-hmm.
Draymond Green is the big man right now. So when Draymond Green comes out the game, it's like they almost have Otto Porter and I don't know what this dude name is, Neolitza or Bielitsa or something like that. Those are the guys who's playing big man right now. So you have somebody who's 6'8", you gotta have somebody who's 6'7". I don't know how tall the other dude is. But oh, I forgot about Kevin Looney. But this dude fouls so much to where he played like 15 minutes a game. So when you talking about like players to guard Giannis, like Giannis is like on some Hulk level shit when it comes down to those teams, right? If you have the bodies when it comes down to Giannis, then it's a it's a different thing. And if you can make him
When
if
the
you can
last
make
time we
him
seen
shoot,
that?
far as far as making him shoot,
You're breaking
I
down
haven't I haven't
a 2019 2020 game plan.
no, I'm saying that would still be the game plan. Like if you mess around and you don't have, yeah, that would still be the game plan. Like
You don't
if
think
if
that's
we're talking about
you
the
don't think that's
Phoenix,
another Milwaukee championship?
no, it really
That's
it,
definitely.
it really no, I'm saying it really depends on who's it depends on who they're playing. That's what it really depends on. That really depend the matchups, the styles make fights. So because the styles make fights, it's going to depend on who they match up with.
All right. I really
Oh
think
wait, I'm sorry, I
you
missed.
made a case
Wait, I missed.
you made a case for to be the best player.
Wait, give me a
You
second because I didn't address your Steph thing. So Steph, and we're gonna talk about like the gravity that Steph presents on the court. Like Steph is really a double team. Like
you really just
you
made up
have
something
to.
to make this dude better.
Okay, so listen to what I'm saying, so you can
Go ahead.
understand, and then we
Go
gonna
ahead.
then you can debate it. All right. So what I'm
Go ahead.
saying is, Steph is one of those people on the court you have to constantly see where he is, and if you mess around and see like compare it to football, right? Steph is like Randy Moss on something where if even if you're guarding Steph, somebody else is spying on him to see what he's doing. So what happens is if they have an inch of room, you're gonna double on the stuff. So when it comes down to what they just had a stat, I just heard it was Golden State as far as their threes. Like most of their threes are open. Like they take the most open threes in the league, and that's predicated on stuff. Like you double stuff at every soon as stuff come across the court. Like you on him, and when they run a pick and roll, you stepping up on that pick and roll. That's what happens. And when you step up on that pick and roll, then the defense starts scrambling. It is what it is. Now, what does help him out is Jordan Poole has stepped up as a shooter. That's definitely helped him out. Um, Draymond Green is able to do more of what Draymond Green does, but this is predicated on Steph. That's really what it comes down to. You can't trade Steph away from that team and just think that it's going to be the same without him.
What kind of argument is that?
I'm saying
That's a,
Steph is the person who gets these people open because of his presence on the court. His presence
and
on the
Giannis
court
do it with
causes
facilitating.
no. I understand Giannis does it once he gets to the goal. He does the same thing once he gets to the goal because you have to once eyes are on him. Once he gets to the goal, he can kick it out. But I'm saying the way that we giving Giannis credit for what he does for his team, but then you saying, well, Jordan Poole and Draymond Green stepped up. Nah, you got to give both of them credit.
As far as who?
Giannis and Steph.
All right, I get
If
that,
you're gonna give
but
Giannis credit, I'm saying if you're gonna give Giannis credit for getting his team open, then you got to give Steph credit for the attention that he draws by getting his team open.
all right. So let's break it down like that then. So we give them both credit for that. We give them both credit for being scorers.
Yeah, why not?
All right, we give them both credit for being passers.
Yeah,
All right, so Giannis is clearly better rebounder.
yes, absolutely.
Who's the better defender?
That's what we
Mm,
doing. That's what we doing. I like
mm,
that. I like that. I like that.
mm.
Hey, clip this part of the
We
video
we
just to
talking
try.
we talking
No, no,
best
no,
player in
no,
the
no,
NBA.
no, no,
No,
no.
oh,
Clip this. No, clip this timestamp. Clip this
Lord,
timestamp.
Lord,
No, clip this timestamp. So
calm down.
look. No, this is what I want. This is what I want. I want the timestamp from 35
Oh
minutes to
my
40
goodness.
minutes, 41 minutes. That's what I want. I want
Goodness.
that
Look
timestamp.
at you. Look at you.
I
You
like it.
okay?
No, I
Damn, you
like it.
fired
I
up.
like it. I like it. I
Fired
want
up.
the
I'm
consistency.
on
That's what I'm
fire.
asking for. That's what I'm asking
Damn.
for.
You all right?
I want the consistency.
You all right?
What? I'm straight. I love what you're doing right now
Wait,
because
two-way matters, right?
no, yeah, I
Look,
like
we
that.
talking about they
No,
putting up numbers.
no, 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 no. Listen, I agree with you. Timestamp it. I
Whoa,
agree with
wait.
you.
Are you conceded to this debate?
I,
Debate is
I
over with?
agree with you. I like that. Two-way
Debate is over
matters.
with?
Timestamp it. Yeah.
Wait,
Timestamp it.
okay. Well,
No,
here we
timestamp it.
y'all seen it yourselves.
Uh-huh.
This debate is over. Giannis is the best player in the NBA.
I didn't say that. I'm saying I agree to what you're saying. Two-way matters. Timestamp it. I'm saying that's your argument, correct? You when
I
you
mean,
when you compare no, I'm saying when you compare
how
players,
else
no, I'm
would you
saying
break it down?
no, I'm saying you compare players, and because you compare players based on you said the facets of the game. That's what you compare, right? Scoring, passing, rebounding, like that's what you broke down, right? Defense, like these are things that you broke down, right? So because you broke that down,
You realize how we got to that point.
don't listen. It don't matter. Keep that same energy. That's cool. Keep that same energy. That's all I want.
Oh my goodness.
Timestamp it. Timestamp it.
Ouch. It's that attitude sounds familiar. So I'm gonna change the subject before it get too heated. So I guess you done with this topic then, huh?
Oh, we good. We good. I like that. Timestamp that.
You
I
done
want
with
I
this
want a
topic.
copy of it. I want a
I'm,
copy
I'm
of it.
trying to figure out when have we ever crowned somebody who's not a two-way player the best player in the NBA ever?
Like I don't know. But anyway,
Never. It was always a
it
two-way player.
that's cool.
Durant
And
didn't get the title of two-way of being a best player till he became better on defense.
okay. I just
All
listen.
right,
I'm
let's
just
move
saying.
forward.
Me personally, I like this side of the argument because
All right, all right,
obviously,
all right. Well,
you know where I'm going with it.
you time stamp it. You
You
time
know where
stamp it.
I'm going with
We'll
it.
move forward. We'll move forward. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right. So I guess that's our second topic. Sorry for what happened just now, y'all. Them facts. When they start dropping, that pressure you can't hold. You could be big as the Hulk, but you're not strong. Then anyway, look. I don't know if
That
y'all
that
people
what you
just
thought
joining
about,
us,
bro?
man.
I said that's what you thought about the hope.
I'm just saying, man. I mean, I don't. I'm still trying to wait. I'm waiting to see you come out the shirt so you can show your Chris Paul jersey. You know. But anyway, of course, still got the social media. For y'all who just joining in. Facebook Championship Ringside, Instagram Championship_Ringside, Twitter @Champ Ringside, email championshipringside@gmail.com. If y'all want to hit me up personally, it's Blizzard Blaze on Twitter. That's pretty much the best way to follow me. G, what you got for him?
Like, subscribe, and all this other stuff. I was about like,
Comment.
share, subscribe, all that other stuff.
Comment.
Yeah, comment.
Comment.
Tag me in the comments.
I never seen. I thought, man, that last
tag me in the comments.
Was, I'm talking about Stone Cold Stunner, then followed with the people's elbow. Like, man, I never seen a finisher like that. But okay. Next topic?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
All right. So now, sticking with the current NBA, up until last night, which for people who follow now, of course, if you're watching it later, Suns went on an 18-game win streak, and then they lost to the Warriors. So, of course, y'all know Suns was the Western Conference Championship of the 2020 season, and they're looking pretty good. They I would guess record-wise second best team in the NBA. I think they still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Second best
record
right. in the NBA.
So the question comes up: are the Suns legit? Now, originally when I stated this question, I was wondering, okay, are we talking about championship legit, playoff legit, Western Conference legit? So I'm gonna just say second round legit. I think the fact that Devin Booker having a down season speaks volumes. I think the fact that Lakers dealing with chemistry issues and people playing issues, the Nuggets having their issues, they gonna get healthier. I think Phoenix gonna wind up still be one of the better teams, but I think in the second round when they face either the Lakers or the Warriors, that's it. That's the end of their run. I don't see. I see why the record looked good. They remind me of the Jazz. Great defense, looking good, but are we really taking them serious? Not if Devin Booker having a down year. I don't see what evidence that do we have as NBA fans and basketball fans that we can look at Chris Paul and say, oh yeah, he gonna carry us. You know, if Devin Booker not having a good game, we always got Chris Paul. I don't think that's legit. I don't think that's I don't even think that's a smart thing to say. So if I had to say, are they legit? They definitely playoff contention legit. I guess they keep playing like this. I guess Chris Paul will be the one who will get the MVP acknowledgement. I'm not sure he'll finish top 5 for being a nominee, but he'll probably get the acknowledgement. Like I said, Devin Booker having an off year. I think DeAndre Ayton trying to play for a contract. So I'm not even sure if he's gonna be fully locked in by the time the playoffs hit. So yeah, I'm saying they're not championship legit, at least. Not championship legit. I'm going with playoff legit. Second round legit. Western Conference? No.
So yeah, they're absolutely legit. Now it is predicated on health, because when it comes down to the way that the pieces fit on that team, the pieces on their team do fit if everyone is healthy. If they lose Chris Paul or Devin Booker for any significant amount of time, they don't have anybody to really replace them. And use my football analogy, Merrill Hodge would say that Devin Booker would be the factor back of the team. And what I mean by that is, and I know you don't know nothing about that, but that's cool. I'm gonna school you. When it comes down to Devin Booker is the only person on the team who's I would say capable of a threat to score 40. Like he's the only dude on that team that is a threat to do that. what Chris Paul will do for you is Chris Paul will get everybody else involved. Chris Paul is going to get you 15 to 20 from DeAndre Ayton. He's going to get um, Mikal Bridges his touches where he's going to be able to get you 15 and 20. And Mikal Bridges is really looking like a defensive player of the year candidate, like in the early season. You have Jay Crowder who's going to get his touches. Chris Paul is going to navigate that game when it comes down to those bench members being able to contribute and getting JaVale McGee those easy buckets. When it comes down to Chris Paul, he's going to give you somewhere around 15 and 10. It's not going to be much on the scoring side, but when it comes down to the decision making and putting your team in a great position to win, that's what Chris Paul is going to do for you. But Devin Booker is that factor back, and what Chris Paul does for him, he allows Devin Booker to play his game, and Devin Booker allows Chris Paul to play his game. Is Phoenix legit? Absolutely. They're legit when it comes down to the pieces that they have on their team, because the pieces that they have on their team fit well together versus everybody else when it comes down to the Western Conference. If we're looking at when it comes down to the best teams in the Western Conference, we have we have obviously Golden State. You have Phoenix. It's probably Utah. You have the Lakers somewhere around there. And they might not even see the Lakers like how the Lakers are playing right now. So, and who else in the Western Conference?
Why wouldn't they?
As far as because the Lakers may see the Warriors and get eliminated before they even get to the Suns.
The Lakers want to be in the 7th seed.
You say what?
Yeah, like the Lakers. Yeah, like Lakers lost in the sauce right now. They in the 8th seed. They could be the 7th seed within one game.
They could be in the 7th seed, but what I'm saying is it's a possibility. Like, say for example, if the Lakers finished in a 4th seed, right? They beat the 5th seed. If they beat the 5th seed and the Warriors are the 1 seed, they see the Warriors first. So it's a possibility that Phoenix doesn't even see the Lakers. Or it's a possibility that the Lakers knock off the Suns. I mean, the Warriors. So I'm just saying.
It sounds like what you're saying is Phoenix should avoid the Lakers, which was my point.
No,
I don't think they're legit.
Wait, what? What? How did you?
You're making a case of why they should avoid the Lakers or why? The Lakers.
Nobody said that. Lakers. Wait, sir, are you okay?
You're making a case.
That's not what I said.
You're making a case.
No, that's not what I said.
You're making a case of how.
That's not what I said.
Lakers.
That's not, sir. That's not what I said. So, like, let's actually let's really break this down, right? If we really down based on what we have right now. So
you sound like you're trying to avoid the Lakers.
Not at all. I don't know why you think that. The Lakers are
that's how you come across.
That's how you want it to come across.
Disappointed.
That's how you want it to come across. And I don't know why. No, how do you? So wait. Let me let you talk for a minute because I want to understand how you made my words or how you understood my words to mean that. So go ahead.
Let me hook my charger up. Give me a sec. See, Apple trying to save you. They trying to. He drowning. Yeah, Apple he drowning. Let me save him.
I'm just trying to figure out how you came up with. Go ahead.
So why the thing is, we're not even talking about playoff brackets right now. I'm going by what I think is going to wind up being the final brackets are. You're trying to say if the playoffs start today, they might not play the Lakers, and it's like, all right, why are you saying they might not play the Lakers? If they're legit, it don't matter who they playing.
That's not what I said either. I don't know how you came up with that because at what point did I say if the playoffs start today?
You're making a reference to it.
No, I'm asking you at what point did I say if the playoffs?
You didn't say those words. I didn't say you said those words. I said you're making a reference to them.
I did not, though. I didn't.
You said they might not play. They might not even play The Lakers. You specifically named the Lakers first of all. That like if you want me to break it down, this how I got to it, and the people listening gonna understand. You specifically chose the Lakers out all the teams in the Western and the bottom half of the Western Conference. You specifically chose the Lakers. Then you specifically said the Suns might not even have to play the Lakers. So you're making a case of, okay, they're legit because they might not play the Lakers. That's what the topic is. Are they legit? So if you're saying they're legit, it shouldn't matter who they're playing.
So wait, sir. Let me understand. So okay,
Bars.
You have the Suns losing in this. You have the Suns losing in the second round. Who did they lose to in the second round?
Damn, I forgot my pick. I had the Suns, the best Warriors.
The Warriors. Okay, so in order for the Suns to lose to the second round, in the second round to the Warriors, then we have to assume. Are we assuming that the Warriors are the first seed?
Well, that was my preseason pick, by the way. So I don't.
That's not my question right now, sir. What seed do you have the Warriors at? I'm trying to understand because we got to make sure that this makes sense.
Going into the season, I had Phoenix number 1 and the Warriors at number 4.
Okay, what do you have them now? We 25 games in. What do you have them now?
They might be 1 and 2. I gotta check on what a Jazz at.
So, sir, you understand that playoff brackets 1 and 2 don't play each other in the second round, right?
Did you hear me say I went off my preseason pick? Did you hear me say I went off my preseason pick?
So correct it.
All right.
Because just now your take was they losing to the Warriors in the second round. So correct your take.
Okay. So if I'm not going off my preseason pick, because I'm not correcting nothing, I'm saying now my preseason brackets. So now if I'm going off of now, let's say they do finish 1 and 2. I think it's the Jazz and then it's bunched up. Now if the Jazz stay there, maybe they can get out the second round. But who's the number 7 seed? I don't know. They might not even be a first seed. They might not even get out the first round. I don't know. If Lakers still lingering around that 7 seed and Phoenix finishing 2, it might be a bad story in Phoenix. You know, Arizona T might be on sale for a while. Just saying.
Arizona T always on sale.
Hey, it might be cheaper than $1 after they finish in the 2 seed and go out the first round. But
you better go to Walgreens. They always like 33 cents over there.
33 cents?
Nah, they 50 cents. 2 for $1.
I was about to say, boy, good Lord. But anyway, yeah. I'm not sure who the West. It's too early to see who it's gonna clear up to be. But as far as the reason I didn't say they championship contenders, because I don't have them as best team in the Western Conference. That's the Warriors or the Lakers to me. I think once the Lakers are fully healthy, I think they harder to beat than Phoenix. And that's why they're not in the Western Conference either. Unless the Warriors and Lakers find against each other, I think they're going to be the 2 teams in the final. So as far as the Clippers go, I think they're second round legit. They didn't convince me that, okay, they can upset the Lakers or the Warriors.
Well, right now it wouldn't be an upset to the Lakers or anybody. Like far as the Lakers and the Warriors are concerned.
If they finish in a 2 seed, the Lakers will be upset.
No, so let's I'm saying when it comes down to them fully healthy versus the Lakers fully healthy, the Suns have a team. The Lakers have a bunch of pieces, and those pieces do not fit together offensively, nor do those pieces play defense. So what I'm saying is, if you have one, you have to have Anthony Davis at the center because DeAndre Jordan is really useless at this point in time. But DeAndre Jordan is seemingly like the only person that plays any kind of defense. But Anthony Davis is when it comes down to Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, and LeBron James on the court together, nobody is a consistent shooter for you to have to pay attention to them out there on the perimeter. What that does for you is when it comes down to LeBron James, who is going to have the ball.
You don't need that.
Let me finish what I'm saying. When it comes down to LeBron James, who's going to have the ball? Well, LeBron James going to have a ball. when he goes to the lane, he's basically running into a wall because you don't have Anthony Davis who's going to shoot, or Russell Westbrook is, I was about to say he's worse than Anthony Davis at shooting, but he's not. Like Anthony Davis has become almost as bad as Giannis when it comes down to the 3-point shot. It's like they're I don't know who said it. It was like, man, Anthony Davis then won the championship and act like he won't retire. But like he just stopped working on basketball. So once you mess around and have them, those three on the court who's not really shooting, LeBron who's not really being aggressive, right? And what I mean by aggressive, right now, what LeBron averaging 8 threes or shooting 8 threes a game? That's what he's doing now.
I'm not sure what the average is.
And I'm saying when it comes down to Phoenix has what Phoenix has done is Phoenix has improved on the defensive end. So you have a team who are not really good at shooting, as far as the Lakers. You have all these dudes that's in that 30s who have never really played defense, and now they're not going to play defense now. So because they not going to play defense now, like what you expecting from them? Like in reality, like let's be honest. Like preseason, we looked at it, we understood that LeBron has played with another guard who was ball dominant, who could not shoot in D Wade. We understood that, and they took turns when it came down to getting to the goal, and they were good when it came down to the championship. They also had Chris Bosh, and they had other shooters and stuff that was around them. This team now looks old, and they don't play defense. So the Lakers are not looking like they're going to be a contender when it comes down to the playoff run. If they're in the
So
seventh seed,
you willing to put up bet a bet up if the Suns see the Lakers that and both teams healthy, Suns got that.
yes, absolutely.
You crazy. You're
Absolutely.
crazy. You're crazy.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, I think that's how I'm gonna get my Jordan jersey. It's only right that you buy my Jordan basketball jersey.
Hook me up. I want a Jordan jersey too. I'm about to say, hook me up. Give me a Kobe jersey.
You can't get none
But
of
no.
these, man. Tell you what, you got my new Jordan jersey. Legit.
That's
I
a
even get it
baseball
signed.
jersey?
Yeah. The
Okay,
legend.
I like
The legend.
that's a
hyena.
baseball jersey.
But look, well, I pretty much said my statement on it. Like I said, I don't think the Suns are better than the Lakers or the Warriors yet. I think they caught a lot of people by surprise last year, and I think Chris Paul is the definition of consistency. So I think that's kind of smoke and mirrors when it really hits the playoffs. So, yeah, they legit playoff contenders, legit second round contenders. Western Conference, unless
Who beating
unless the
them in the
dominoes
second
fall in the
round though?
right spot.
That's really the question, because if you're saying that this second round, who's beating them in the second round?
Well, okay, so of course, if the Lakers and Warriors play each other, then that's everything's out the window. I think I had the Nuggets being a contender or Jazz. It was one of those two. Maybe it was the Jazz. I forgot which team I had in that spot. Y'all got to go listen to the podcast.
And
I
let's
forget which one.
and look, let's say it's the
If it's the Nuggets,
this
I would bet on the Nuggets. I would bet on the Nuggets to beat.
that's cool. Like what you call them, like when it comes down to how the they fit. Like say they get Jamal Murray back, the Nuggets get Jamal Murray back, and he's pretty much he's himself, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have Mikal Bridges really guarding him. Your boy, what Porter he's gone. Like there's
he turned out not to be what's up no more.
What you call them? They're gonna do just like they did last year, and they're gonna put Jokic in the blender where they mess around and do the make the switch, have Jokic come out to step up to guard Chris Paul or Devin Booker at that mid range. and they're gonna punish him. They did the same thing last year, and I know you might have missed this portion, but one of the things that I said was Mikal Bridges right now, he's playing like a defensive player of the year candidate. Like when it comes down to like there's not like how many people you have like is better wing defender than Bridges this year.
Giannis,
So one,
Lonzo.
all right, come on, give me some more.
Um,
I don't have you at Lonzo, but
I'm trying to think. I really can't. I really can't name it. So if you want to say
so right now,
Mikal
so
Bridges, that's
so
fine.
right now
That's
you
fine.
have him as the third best wing defender in the league. So I'm saying like
What good
him
that do
him
against LeBron?
LeBron who's taking 8 threes a game right now.
Yeah.
LeBron who has
So
no
so
room.
so
LeBron
what
who
you
has
said?
no room to operate with AD and Russ not being able to shoot that LeBron.
Being disrespectful,
I'm
and I
not.
don't like. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm about to end the topic. You're being very disrespectful. Stop it. Stop it.
Oh man, what you? I'm
I
saying
get, I
this is
get,
who
I get. You
LeBron
want to
is
stand
right
behind your
now.
takes. You want to stand behind your takes. You're being
I'm saying this who
disrespectful.
LeBron is.
I'm about to
If
cut this dude
Space,
feed.
I'm just saying if Space Jam was
Mikal
able
Bridges.
to teleport like
Mikal Bridges
LeBron back from
against LeBron.
2012, am I trying to
Mikal
say that
Bridges against LeBron. Yeah, that's what I'm
am,
saying. He's not going to be
no?
effective.
Am I trying to say that LeBron is that Mikal Bridges is better than LeBron? No, don't
I
you
feel
try
like you're
you
saying
trying to make
he
some
could do a good job
no,
against LeBron.
no. I'm saying that this dude is a good defender. When it comes down to Mikal Bridges guarding LeBron and him having help when it comes down to people behind him because Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook are failing to space the floor for him, then yes, he can have success because he can push up really tight on LeBron and he doesn't have any offensive duty. Like he stands in the corner and shoots. He doesn't have to do anything. He has all the energy in the world to focus on defense.
All right, man. We we're gonna have to call that a stalemate. Of course, let the people decide on that one. Cause so well, before I do move on, so you do agree that they run into the Warriors, they're in trouble, but that's the only team you agree.
Yeah, I think the Warriors they're in trouble. If the Warriors have home court advantage, like whoever is in trouble.
Okay,
Whoever is in trouble. Because
all
yeah,
right.
you like them being able to
What
shoot like
about
they
they? What
shoot.
if they don't? You think? Okay, so you saying whoever have home court advantage in that
No,
situation is going.
I'm saying it's different for the Warriors because the Warriors are really, really good when it comes down to shooting. So when it comes down to you being depth and shooting the three, role players usually play much better at home than they play away.
We
Stars, it doesn't matter for stars. Stars take the game on the road, but role players play better at home. And because they're shooters, it's it's probably different for them in their depth right now. So I'm saying when it comes down to Steph gonna be Steph, right? That's just what Steph gonna do. But Jordan Poole is gonna probably be better at home than he is on the road. And if Jordan Poole can give you 20, Wiggins can give you 15, Toscano Anderson can give you 10, and you can wind up getting some more points from people who we didn't even know who played for the Warriors 2 years ago, then they're gonna be a problem.
all right. We'll move on to the next topic because again, that sounds like a stalemate. I think they second round contenders. You think they're Western Conference contenders?
Cool. If we're gonna say they're second round contenders, what seed do they get at the end of the year and who they playing?
I already clarified. I'm banking. The only reason I say this second round contenders because they have two teams that's better than them. That's it. I can't legit
So no,
say that.
wait, no. So you got no, because you got three, because you're betting on the Nuggets too. So you got the Nuggets.
Fine. I'm not as confident as the Nuggets on my pick when I say that, but if you want to say that shit, I got the Nuggets. I think the Nuggets could beat the Suns in a 7-game series. I mean, of course, I'm banking on Jamal Murray being healthy, but if not, and honestly, this is more preseason picks. Like you can hold me hostage now. This is my preseason pick. Like I see
I'm giving
MJ.
you a
I
chance
see.
to change that. I'm giving you a chance
Okay,
to
well,
change that.
all right. Well, then no. I never based it off what my bracket is going to be when I gave you that. When I told you where I see them at, I'm just saying Lakers and Warriors are the two better teams to me. So there's only room for two teams in the Western Conference Finals.
Look. Let me ask you this, just to make sure that we can understand this. Give me the top four seeds. Like who's going to finish 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the Western Conference?
The way it's looking is going to be Warriors, Suns, Jazz, and maybe the Nuggets.
So then what you have is the Jazz will play in essence if all those teams advance, you have the Jazz playing.
You're using the argument that I say I'm not trying
No,
to
this
go
is
off of.
what you're saying. I'm saying that's what you're saying right now. I
You're
gave you a
using the
chance to
you're
change.
using the
I
you're
gave.
using the argument. You're using the argument. I literally just
Oh
said
man.
I'm not trying to go off of. I don't understand that.
Oh
Again, you're
man.
doing it again.
You,
You're doing it again. I don't know where you
hey
learn. I don't
man.
know where you learn your debate tactics, but you're doing it again.
Man, what
I
Keem
literally
at, man?
said the
Keem,
only
come get your
reason.
mans.
Man,
Hey,
look,
Keem, come get your mans.
yeah,
He hurting right now.
they hurt. Oh,
He
bro,
hurting right
bro,
now.
bro.
Somebody,
The dude
somebody
picked the
come
old
get him.
arguments. Don't that
Hey,
sound
somebody
familiar?
come get him. Somebody come get him. He hurting right now.
Let's move on. All right, so that's this for current basketball news. I'll be honest with you. That's the season's still going on. You know, blase. Even though G constantly still worrying about what the season's gonna be, I'm telling him other things. But it's too early to do anything. We didn't get the Christmas game. We didn't get the All-Star game. We didn't even get to that trade deadline yet. So let's just hold out just yet. Let's get to this final topic. That's a bonus topic today. Bonus topic. I actually like this one. So I know I'm late to the party. So don't shoot me. Did you hear all the smoke episode with KG? I can't hear you. All right. Well, I guess technical difficulties. I mean, can y'all hear me? Let me make sure I ain't tripping. Let me make sure I ain't tripping. Hold up. Yeah. Yo. We good. Let me see. Yep. Yeah. All right. So as I wait for him to get back in, I was watching all the smoke episode with Kevin Garnett, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all gotta check that one out. That was real deep. He actually broke down a lot of things. He's actually pretty fun. That's actually one of the more entertaining episodes of it. But is he ready? Let me see. No, okay, we're gonna see. All right. So pretty much he stated that when he was a free agent in the summer of '07, that the first person he wanted to call was Kobe. And apparently Kobe didn't answer the phone. He ghosted him twice.
All right.
You back? You back?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm back.
Apple be trying to save this young man, boy. Like,
Hey,
man,
they definitely. Hey, you got lucky.
they,
I don't want to say
hey,
you got
look,
lucky because the last topic they saw what was going on. It was like, oh man,
Apple, like, geez, just cut his mic. Like, he don't even know what he's talking about no more. Just cut his
that's what
mic.
it was.
Oh man, I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna try to take it easy on you. Now, I was actually about to walk him into it, but since you walked back in, did you watch all the smoke episode with KG?
I didn't see the whole thing. I saw some of it, but I didn't see the whole thing.
So it's a pretty good episode. I said it's not a timestamp thing. It's not like you're gonna miss out on anything. So it's a good episode, one of my favorite episodes. But he said a few things. The trash talking with Gary Payton and Tim Duncan was hilarious. But what really stuck out was his '07 summer. Was it '07? Yeah, summer '07. And he was a free agent, and he said he was trying. There had a few teams he was about to reach out to: Lakers, Phoenix, who else? The Warriors, Boston. I think that was it. But he said he reached out to Kobe first. Kobe didn't answer. So he tried again. Kobe didn't answer. So that's how he wound up ending in Phoenix. I mean, I said Phoenix. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Highlights got me fucked up. He wound up ending in Boston because Kobe ghosted him pretty much. So I just had to bring this shit to the podcast. I had to bring it to your ass because you just such an objectionist when it comes to Kobe. So if KG went to Kobe, if Kobe answered that phone and said, "Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. KG plus Kobe equals what? You want me to go first, or you want to go first?"
Um, I can go first. Well, like, so I think when KG and Kobe, if we're looking at it, KG was the biggest piece to the '08 championship for that was '08, right? '08 championship for Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe won 9 and 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's reasonable to think that they get at least three together. It's reasonable to think that they get at least three together for them to. Uh, and the question is like far as how they make it work, because it's not saying that they can possibly still get Gasol after they wind up getting KG, because they literally traded nothing for Gasol. It was nothing that they traded for Gasol. Like the only thing that they'll send to um, they would send to Minnesota was salary fillers, and I think the biggest salary filler that they would have had was Lamar Odom at that time. So and Lamar Odom wasn't involved in the Gasol trade, so they still can possibly wind up getting those two. The question then becomes like, I guess the question for me is, how does their legacy change, really? Because the way that I look at it, like the legacy for KG was already a champion. I'm sorry, KG was already an MVP in '04, and KG was really um, an MVP candidate in in '08, but basketball was looking out for themselves when it came down to '08 on how they wanted to give out that award. So I wonder how that would have changed the legacy of both of them, because I think Kobe and KG have a similar mindset when it comes down to the intensity that they bring to the game, the work ethic that they bring to the game, and I think it might just be like infectious enough to where they could have had other people feeling wanting to outdo each other, and different things like that. So I think those two together, they get at least three. I don't know how far they go after that, because I don't know what pieces you wind up surrounding them with, or what pieces they had to give up in order to get Kobe. All right, I'm sorry, in order to get KG.
Okay, so at least three. The legacy's probably more enhanced more than decrease, right?
Hmm.
All right.
Well, I think I
Um,
think KG his legacy is more enhanced. I don't know if Kobe's is more enhanced because I don't know if he winds up getting. Well, no, I'm saying he get a second three-peat, but I'm saying does he get an MVP out of that? That's because I'm saying if you have KG who's really a top player in the league, like Boston won 66 games that year, and KG came in third for MVP. So if you put KG with
the
with Kobe,
league likes offensive players, so I would assume we'll go with Kobe.
he possibly does get it. He possibly does get it because KG will, when it comes down to relinquishing offensive.
Kobe had to have a shitty game for KG with it to get it.
No. What I'm saying is, as far as for the season MVP,
the league still likes offensive players better.
Right. But I'm saying
so I would
when it comes down to how.
I think if both of them was on the same squad, they wouldn't be in MVP contention though.
And that's the thing because if both of them are on the same team, 08 is when Kobe won his own MVP.
True.
We talking about KG going over there in summer of 07. So
true.
Are they still going to give Kobe that MVP?
He probably don't get it, but I'll be honest with you, a second three-peat with 4 finals MVPs, I'm sorry, not 4, with 3 finals MVPs, he might his knock will be the MVP. That's it though.
Right. That would be his knock.
I would think that it'll be a stalemate on what would you say career is better. Okay, he had no MVPs, but he have 3 finals MVPs and he three-peated twice. One's at the second best, other's the best. You know, it's like we still talking top 15-ish players. Of course, in my book, he'll still be top 5, but I can see why people are not MVP because I think as much as MVP is a voters thing, I think that's something that's still a proven award. So, you still need that hardware.
So that's just the only thing. Yeah, that's the only thing.
That's a piece of hardware that's important. If you care about MVPs,
Well, no, I'm saying because what we looking at
they matter.
What we talking about is like we have Kobe in the top 10, right? And with us having Kobe in the top 10 and basically giving him credit for a three-peat, but without an MVP, like it's for some people it may be hard to put him over certain people who have been able to get 3 championships and win MVP, right? So, like, even though Kobe would have 6, but Larry Bird has 3 with 3 MVPs. So we knew that Bird was, as the man in the league, he still won championships. So it's just hard for some people to be able to put him over that. Also, when it comes down to that, then like what happens when it comes down to the I guess once they rebuilding, like how would that change far as like a Chris Paul trade or something like that? Like how would that change if they have a piece that they're sending over like KG, because they sent over Lamar Odom was the biggest piece that they sent over to the Hornets at that time, huh?
Pau Gasol to the Rockets.
Pau Gasol. No, but I'm saying the Hornets didn't get. Well, they would have still vetoed that shit. But if
all right, so look, hold on. I know what you're doing. You're eating up too much fucking time, Shan. All right, Skip. Let's fall back a little bit, bro.
Go ahead.
It's my turn. Let's get one thing clear. Kobe does three-peat. Kobe gets the 08, 09, 2010 championship. You know what else? I think he gets the 2011 championship. That's right. I'm saying they go 4 in a row, and I think they are the GOAT combo of all time. Better than Scottie and Jordan, better than Magic and Kareem, better than Kobe and Shaq, because if you look at the competition they was going against, Garnett was still one of the most fierce competitors in the league and one of the fierce defenders. I want to go to the points where I say they went 5 in a row, but I don't want to go too crazy. I don't want to go too crazy because you do got to factor in what pieces they feel around you. But I'm going with the GO combo. Kobe does somehow get an MVP. I think 2010 or in that area, he'll sneak and get an MVP. I think he'll still get an MVP. I'm still going with that. I think KG, the way KG talked about Kobe, I think KG knew, okay, you're the head honcho of this. You want to lead the offense? That's cool. I'll anchor the defense. The way he came across, I think he knew position to play. Okay, we're gonna work hard, and you're gonna lead us to the promised land. He even let Paul Pierce drive the bandwagon. Could you imagine Paul Pierce with instead of Paul Pierce, you got Kobe? I get Ray Allen was a big factor, but okay, I'm not even trying to smash on Ray Allen right now. But Kobe and KG with that mentality, that was clearly the most strong mentally minded team in the NBA. That's clear as day number one. And as far as offense, they got one of the best offensive players. And as far as defense, they got one of the best defense anchors. And I think all the way up until 2012 or 2013, they would have been legit championship contenders. So they could have got 4 out of 5. I don't want to say 5 out of 5 because fatigue kicks in.
Okay. Listen, and I'm not even gonna debate that. I just think when I think when it comes down to I don't know if they go. I don't know if they go. 11 is tricky. They probably do get 11. They probably do get that one. Just because when I look at
GOAT
it,
combo. GOAT.
so that's cool. They probably do get 11. And yeah, KG when it,
Seven chips.
hey, shut up. Let me finish. so when it comes down to Kobe and KG, yes, KG was known for giving up the reins to somebody else. Like when it came down to the them going to Boston, they only wanted to initially interview KG. KG refused to do interviews without Paul Pierce and Ray Allen. So that's why you get those commercials with him, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen because KG insisted on it. So when it comes down to him and Kobe, he wasn't gonna buck and try to be like, I'm gonna take the place of who Kobe is or whatever like that. That wasn't gonna be an issue. Um, I guess when it comes down to 11, like 11, I question because it's a possibility that they do get 11, and the reason why I say it's a possibility that they do get 11 because like Gasol played so garbage. Like it was, I don't know what was going on with Gasol at that point in 11, and it was like Dirk literally. He didn't have to guard anybody in that playoffs. The only playoffs that he had to guard somebody was when they played the Blazers, and it was LaMarcus Aldridge, and I can't remember who else they had, but it was like he couldn't hide because they had two big men who you had to contend with when it came down to scoring. But everybody else, when it came down to the Thunder, I think they had Serge Ibaka and Kendrick Perkins, which you don't have to look at Kendrick Perkins when it comes down to scoring. And when it came down to was it the Lakers who they played, and I don't think Bynum was healthy or something like that. It was something to the effect of what was going on. But I think KG does bring a different dynamic to that team because yeah, KG is going to put certain people in line that needs to be in line when it comes down to the defensive end. He's going to call you out on not playing, like not playing defense. And so yeah, they could have possibly went down as the GO combo.
So you think 4 in a row, 4 out of 5? You agree to that?
They could have possibly got 4 out of 5. I'm thinking about it. They could have possibly got 4 out of 5.
So we talking
Now
GO
with that,
combo.
so
GO
so with
combo.
that, so
GO combo.
it could have.
Go. Go ahead, say it. GO
It,
combo.
I didn't say that. What I'm saying is that if you're going to say if 4 out of 5, if they go 4 out of 5, then they can have that conversation. And yes, Kobe could have possibly got an MVP because if you look at if they went with that best player, best team
Go.
MVP,
I
then
know
Kobe
it's
could have
my
got
take. Kobe gonna
no
be the
Kobe.
GOAT.
I'm saying no Kobe. Not Kobe would still not be the GOAT. He still wouldn't be the
7
GOAT.
chips.
No, he still wouldn't be the
Probably
GOAT. I'm
probably
sorry.
3, 4 Finals MVPs.
Yeah,
Broke all the records. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, he's
Pass up,
still
pass up Jordan in points. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
That
he still
resume,
wouldn't be the GOAT.
that resume looking real nice. But go ahead,
He passed.
man. Go ahead.
Yeah, he still passed up Jordan in points. But I'm just saying, like when it comes down to that, then he would have a more legitimate argument to be top three all time. Like right now, his argument amongst the masses is top 10. That's his argument amongst the masses. And if you have that argument of him being, he can be top three because you can have that argument with him over Kareem because what people try to say for as Kareem is he won 6 championships, like oh he won 6 championships and things like that. But it's like well
Wayne ruled a
he is
decade better than Kobe ruled a decade to me.
well no listen, but that's what the NBA was split. Like we talking about pre-merger and stuff like that. You had Kareem was the best player when it comes down to the ABA and the NBA. But when it comes down to it, the best player doesn't always win the MVP. There's they would have just handed out the MVP to Michael Jordan like 10 times. LeBron would have got it like 12 times. Kobe would have got it like 5 times. Like that's not how the MVP works, right? So because the MVP doesn't work like that, then you have to contend with uh, what's the perceived impact of certain players because Nash would have 0 MVPs because he was never the best player. He was never the best player in the league at all, right? Shaq would have had a couple MVPs. Like I know he'd have had at least like 5 or 6 or something like that. But it's
Shaq?
yeah. If you just giving them to the best player in the league, Shaq was the best player in the league in '99, and was probably the best player in the league till 03, 04, something like that. Maybe he was the best player in yeah, probably till then. So it's Shaq would have got probably about 4 or 5 MVPs. So
All right. If you believe, I mean, if you go by that criteria, I can agree with that. I can agree with
so
that. So that's shit. That was final thoughts on that.
yeah, I think so. I guess giving my final thoughts on that, far as if Kobe would have got KG, then Kobe could have probably had a legacy of being probably top three. Like he has an argument with Kareem. I think KG at that point, um, he's clearly the the number. If we saying he gets 4, um, yeah, he's probably clearly the number 2 power forward. If not, Dirk didn't. I mean Dirk. What's his name? Um, Tim Duncan didn't win any championships during that time, right? So it
Nah,
doesn't
he
affect
won
his
one
legacy at all.
07 to 04, then I said 014 to 14.
Yeah, so that doesn't affect his legacy at all. Um, I think it would change things probably big time because maybe he does get maybe Tim Duncan does get another championship because I think it might change the NBA to the point to where Ray Allen doesn't leave Boston, and if Ray Allen doesn't leave Boston, then the Spurs probably beat Miami in a second in 13.
I'm not gonna go that deep into fixing all that. My biggest thing from
Hey,
that was pretty much it was the fact that you take away KG from Boston, who's your competition? It's pretty much LeBron and the Cavaliers for the first 2 years, and then I'm sorry, no, the first 3 years, 2010. I guess the Magic, if you want to say the Magic, and then you're looking in the face of Miami team who's inexperienced, and you got the one player who was so quote unquote the person who shook LeBron or whatever you want to give KG credit for when it came to LeBron. I think you put that on the Lakers squad with another player who actually wanted to go head to head with LeBron. I think you got, like I said, 4 to 5 championships. I think you got the goats of combos as far as 1-2 punch goes. I think whatever Kobe lacks at, KJ make up for. Whatever KG lacks at, Kobe make up for. And I don't think Kobe had an argument number 2 because he would have had number 3 because I think MVPs do matter when it comes to stuff like that. When you get to the top 5, you really got to nitpick on why they're up there. So I would say Kobe be legit top 5. He already is in my book, but I don't know exactly if that would put him any higher. But of course, I think him being the I think the best they'll do is give him the best duo. I think KG will actually move up to like maybe the top 20, top 20-ish.
Yeah. So call out Mike Krzember. But make a video about this.
Yeah.
What if
did
KG
he ever
went to?
We had to
I don't
check.
think he made.
I don't want to jump the gun, but they be on it. Somebody got a simulation out there with this
Nah,
KG
I
team up
don't
with
like that.
Kobe.
I ain't talking about like the simulations. Like I like when they do like how the whole ripple effect do. Like they go really deep into
That's
detail what happened.
That
Like
shit whack
obviously it's
though,
not.
cause the thing is, you already know who the best players and stuff already. Like that's like you're doing a whole redraft, like you already know who good now. You don't even know.
Well, no, I'm saying just it's based on what actually happened. It's not like what they should have did. Like it's not saying like okay, well because Steph is the best player now, then he's the first pick of the draft. Nah, he's still gonna be picked where he was, but the draft is completely reordered, right? Because Boston is probably not as good as they once was. They might be a
Yeah, but how
contender, but they
you
might
really
not
gonna
be
sit
that
there and
good.
think you really think Boston gonna be as stupid as Minnesota? That's how I'm looking at it.
Well, no, yeah, that's not really the point. I'm just saying, like when it comes down to it, like Steph Curry and we just you, yeah,
Yeah, man. Yeah, I tell you what. I'll do some research. Yeah, I even add that. I look at. I find this Twitter and add them. Do a KG and Kobe simulation or whatever. You get it. You done with this?
yeah. I'm good. I'm good.
All right, man. I cooked you enough. You put stick a fork
What?
in. You done?
What?
Oh, we're not gonna forget about
Oh,
that best player in the NBA debate. You looked at bad, bro.
no, I
But
love it.
look,
I love it. I
look.
love it. I love it.
Shout out to
But
everybody
you,
who listened. Shout out to everybody who watched. Shout out to everybody showing love. Shout out to everybody who made it through the whole episode. Shout out to everybody. Just shout out to shouting out. Fuck all that. Blaze here, of course. You got the social media: Facebook Championship Ringside, Instagram Championship _ Ringside, Twitter @Champ Ringside, email championshipringside@gmail.com. Make sure y'all share the podcast with everybody. Of course, the YouTube channel. If y'all make sure y'all comment, let this guy know he getting walked. Let him know he need to do his homework. Stop drinking before he get on the stand because he getting walked. But besides that, G, let them know who you is, man. Let them know how to get in contact with you. See, right there. That's the stuff that's
go ahead,
handicapping them right there.
man. Look, go ahead. Wait, where's that? Go ahead. Send us the
See,
sponsorship. You
see,
feel me?
see.
Send me a little bit more. You dig? Um,
Yeah,
man, that's my
I'm done with mine, so I'm good.
that's my little IG or whatever. So follow me on IG, man. Like and subscribe. Comment. If you comment, tag me in the comments.
And let us
I
also
definitely
let us know if
respond.
y'all want to talk about something.
Yeah, and y'all know what the timestamp is, man. Hold this boy accountable on these points that he making because we're gonna quickly see that he's
Mike,
not
what do you mean? What
consistent.
do you mean?
He's not
Oh
consistent on
man.
these messages that this man have. This man is not consistent.
Man. Till next time, G. We gotta do another one. I like that. We're gonna do another one.
I bet.
All right.